chilly Easter Sunday in New York City. As we look at the starting lineups, the Raptors in the playoffs for the first time in their 5-year history. Carter, Oakley, the former Knick, Davis, Christie, and McGrady. And for New York, Sprewell, Johnson, Ewing, Houston, and Ward, last year's Eastern Conference champions. And before...
All right, thank you very much, Tom. Well, this is the first playoff game for Vince Carter and Tracy McGrady. And they were pulled aside by their head coach, Butch Carter, this afternoon before the game. And he told them, hey, guys, I don't want you to get caught up in all the talk of physical play regarding what the Knicks say they're going to do to you. He said...
They're here in orange early. Oakley with a miss.
Made a good ball fake to get open. Ward went flying by, but Oakley couldn't hit. Sprewell pull up.
The focus, the energy, the excitement, palpable here at Madison Square Garden.
Houston and Ward, the guards, applying a little backcourt pressure. Here's the matchup. Carter against Latrell Sprewell. Carter shoots over him. High kick.
Back from a serious nerve problem in his leg, causing him to miss a lot of games. Vince Carter, easy opportunity.
Got his own rebound. Wild shot. Rebound. And Oakley, the rebound, clears it to Carter.
With a series of turnovers, the best thing is for Toronto is that they're not out of contact with the Knicks. Oakley missing his favorite shot. Wow.
When he dives on the floor, couldn't get it, though. Sprewell cut off by Carter.
Sprewell's playing phenomenal defense in the early going.
The trailer, Ewing. At Toronto, they haven't done much from the floor. Only 1 of 8 to start the game. 13% shooting by Toronto. New York, 6 of 12. Sprewell.
Near the bottom as a team. They need to get something going to the basket, and Vince Carter somehow has to find a way to explode.
Shoots over Sprewell and Aaron.
Larry Johnson taking advantage of the extra day's rest before the start of the playoffs to come out extremely sharp. But Sprewell's defense has been the deciding factor so far.
When you're an offensive player, it really is playing under control. And when you get too excited, sometimes you don't set your man up. You don't think about the shot. You're just trying to get something in. And that's what I see for both Vince Carter and McGrady. They got plenty of time to get in the ball game. They've got to get somebody hot here in the first quarter to maintain contact.
Quick shot by Carter, no good. And Ewing.
The ability to recover from a nasty start. And Carter seems to be way too pumped up and excited about playing in his first playoff game and playing here in the Garden, and everything has gone out the back door for Vince Carter here at the start of the ball game.
They're not getting good looks at all, and we get a report from Jim Gray that Butch Carter, the Raptors coach, spent the entire time out drawing up some plays to front the floor. They shoot bricks. How can this be? The Toronto Raptors.
They're 2 of 18 to open the game.
Already.
Yeah, already. They wished it wasn't.
He replaces Charles Oakley.
Sprewell, who did a remarkable job on defense against Vince Carter.
Watson turns on Willis, the 7-footer, and feeds it back outside. 3-point shot good by Sprewell. And that's the way he's been throughout his career.
Think Muggsy gets to the Hall of Fame, Tom?
Well, the smallest 5'3" is
The tempo of the ball game, Willis rebound.
in that span. Their lead has gone from 19 down to 11.
But can Toronto get anything from Vince Carter, poked away by Sprewell's superior defense again?
Well, he's going to get some numbers eventually because he gets the volume of shot. So, it's just a question of him.
Toronto cutting down the turnovers. This Muggsy Bogues has come on the floor. Backdoor cut, Handy lays it in.
Well, for Toronto.
Sprewell forcing Carter into the corner. They come with a big double team of Campbell.
Willis, the open man, missed the shot. Over the backboard and out of bounds to New York.
The teamwork of New York. The back cut, Marcus Camby testing that knee. It's going to be very personal for Marcus Camby as well, who used to play for Toronto.
Carter misses badly an air ball on a 3-point attempt. He's 0 for 8.
In these playoffs right here, well, right now that mechanism hasn't kicked in because he's not guarding against that. Tom?
He has more fouls than points at the moment. 3 fouls, 2 points. And he's the top point producer for Toronto, but only on 3 of 11 shooting.
But if Butch Carter has to have him 22 times here in the first half, I think they ought to is dancing to the rim at will.
But the great thing here for New York is
watches from the bench with 3 fouls. Meanwhile, Sprewell, with those drives to the basket, has matched Houston's point total, 11.
What's happening is they're switching and closing the lane, and now Sprewell is in one of those streaks. And I guess he cut somebody because he's been dancing out there. But what happens is Antonio Davis is coming around and support.
Willis clears the Ewing miss. McGrady scored the last 9 for Toronto. Christie lost it to Childs. Childs gives it up to Sprewell.
they lost last night. They lost that series.
Their starting 5, Charlie Ward with Larry Johnson, Latrell Sprewell, Patrick Ewing, and Allen Houston.
Now the objective for the Toronto Raptors is to make a game of it.
You got to have 5 running and thinking as one.
Trying to go to McGrady, and they're looking to try to get either McGrady or Carter involved, and it slips into Antonio Davis's hand.
The reverse. Antonio Davis has 7.
Sprewell continues to do a marvelous job defensively, not allowing Vince Carter to get possession of the ball and to take his position on the floor.
Well, I'll say something. Right now, if you're the Knicks, got to be a little bit deflated. You've got the #1 scorer on the team without a field goal, and you're in a 4-point game. You've got yourself a tussle.
Larry Johnson.
Moments of brilliance and ineptitude, and it just keeps going back and forth. And they've been ahead the whole way.
Their lead now is 6. Off-balance shot by Carter.
And where they were. They had a transition opportunity, ended up with nothing out of it. It cost them 3. Sprewell the foul.
Finally, a post-up opportunity. Isolation. Get him down low.
Jeff Van Gundy saying to defend Carter and to a lesser degree McGrady, New York had to employ team defense, and that the people that were matched up against those two had to be able to depend on their teammates for help. That's happened to them.
And that's what Sprewell mentioned to Jim Gray at the halftime.
Johnson lost it off his foot. Dives on the floor to get it back to Sprewell. Shot clock at 4. Sprewell hits. Muggsy Bogues is back in for Toronto. We mentioned his contribution in the first half. Jump stop. Sprewell scores.
That's the kind of play that...
The last time Latrell Sprewell and all of the Knicks fans had on that orange of Sprewell was the star at the offensive end by being aggressive. He's made a lot of good things happen for the Knicks tonight by being the guy that's attacking and putting the
shot clock. Very good, and Oakley gives it up to McGrady.
Charlie Ward in the season series between these two teams shot 15%. 15 not played well against the Raptors all season long.
Carter draws the double team, finds Bogues, spotted for the 3. 2 free throws make it a 5-point New York lead. Carter can't be on a switch to the double team, and Sprewell almost got it away from Carter. Here's Muggsy again for 3. That one no good.
They've been rushed. He still has not been able to calm himself down. Credit the Knicks defense for keeping the pressure on him, but also the pressure that he put on himself now.
He played great. He's going to start the game playing well. This is much different. This is the playoffs.
That pass hits Carter right in the back. Turnovers continue to plague Toronto as Muggsy Bogues tries to take a charge.
Got it. Van Gundy has lost his mind over there. And he is really something to do right there. Muggsy got back.
Have a player as good and as hot and as unselfish as Latrell Sprewell, the more times he just touches the ball, the better things are going to happen. Blocked by Camby.
Carter got his own.
Carter with the steal, and they get McGrady and Antonio Davis in to try to finish this ball game off. But they've got to be consistent. Carter from the spot where he made 2 in a row. But you got to come and read the ball, and Antonio Davis never went to that pass from McGrady, and those are the kinds of plays that every time they started to get close, the Knicks have made them pay for it.
Latrell Sprewell had to give, and it is Easter, and Carter took a little bunny hop.
Now Carter should drive this ball to the bucket. If he comes real hard and he pulls back, bad bucket.
There's the entry pass. Double team comes from the backside. Ball movement to Johnson for 3. He's for 5. Knicks by 3.
LJ.
42 seconds left. The Raptors. Whoa. By Latrell Sprewell.
That's going to be 2 shots and the ball. Flagrant.
That is a bad mistake by Sprewell.
We just hope Vince Carter is not hurt.
Carter's resilient. He's okay.
Wait a second.
He's okay. You watch. He'll bounce up here. This is for effect.
Latrell Sprewell is not a dirty player by any stretch of the imagination. This is a mistake, mental mistake.
That's what PJ said.
Making no attempt to make a play on the ball. And, you know, he had him under control, so Carter never really got a chance to get up, but Carter is okay.
Got to make free throws.
He's made them today. When he was missing everything from the floor, he was ready to inbound.
New York's lack of timeouts could be a problem.
Again.
Carter couldn't score. Antonio Davis. It'll be Toronto's ball with 32 seconds.
Yeah, but a full shot clock here.
That was a terrific drive. I come right back to that same play. He just was short on the finish, but he was right at the rim. Watch him come underneath, and, you know, normally, that's a capper. I don't know what he was thinking.
The amount of territory that Carter covered.
Sprewell up on him tight. A screen from Oakland. Here's the double team of Carter. They got it away from him. He manages to save. Shot from McGrady, no good. Christie with a rebound. 18 seconds left. Christie's shot, no good. Scramble for the ball. Kyles calls timeout.
Driving play, you get the score and possibly a three-point play that way. If they come out and miss a jump shot, they're going to get themselves in trouble. Coming inside to Carter.
His fall-away shot. Back rim, rebounded by...
Intentional miss there by Sprewell just to keep the game flowing and get it over with.
And that is it, as New York holds on to beat Toronto in Game 1, 92-88. So for Bill Walton, Steve Jones, and Jim Gray, Tom Hammond saying so long from the Garden. Now for the T-Wolves and Trailblazers, let's go to Mike Breen.